The NFL playoff picture becomes more apparent as Week 16 unfolds, with several teams solidifying their postseason positions. By the conclusion of Monday Night Football, up to 11 playoff spots could be locked in. Here's how things stand across both conferences. Teams clinched. Kansas City Chiefs, AFC West champions. Buffalo Bills, AFC East champions. Houston Texans, AFC South champions. Baltimore Ravens, playoff berth. Pittsburgh Steelers, playoff berth. Projected standings. Kansas City Chiefs, 15-2, AFC West champions. The Chiefs are closing in on the number 1 seed. One more win or a Buffalo loss would secure home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Buffalo Bills, 14-3, AFC East champions. Buffalo's favorable closing schedule positions them comfortably as the number 2 seed. Baltimore Ravens, 12-5, AFC North champions. Despite trailing the Steelers in tiebreakers, the Ravens are projected to win the division due to a more favorable remaining schedule. Houston Texans, 10-7, AFC South champions. Houston remains the AFC South leader in a weak division, locking them into the 4th seed. Pittsburgh Steelers, 11-6, wild card number 1. The Steelers fall to a wild card spot as Baltimore takes the AFC North crown, but remain a dangerous playoff team. Los Angeles Chargers, 11-6, wild card number 2. The Chargers are poised to secure a playoff berth, holding key tiebreakers in the wild card race. Denver Broncos, 10-7, wild card number 3. To maintain the final playoff spot, Denver must overcome a tough finish against Cincinnati and Kansas City. In the hunt, Cincinnati Bengals, 6-8. A win against Denver in Week 17 is critical to their hopes. Miami Dolphins, 6-8. Their chances are slim after recent losses. Indianapolis Colts, 6-8. It is a long shot, needing multiple results to fall their way. NFC playoff picture. Teams clinched. Detroit Lions, playoff berth. Philadelphia Eagles, playoff berth. Minnesota Vikings, playoff berth. Projected standings. Philadelphia Eagles, 15-2, NFC East champions. With a more manageable remaining schedule, the Eagles are favored to overtake the Lions for the top spot. Detroit Lions, 14-3, NFC North champions. Detroit may slip to the number 2 seed despite a strong season due to injuries and a strict schedule down the stretch. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 11-6, NFC South champions. The Buccaneers look set to secure the division with a winning streak to close the season. Los Angeles Rams, 11-6, NFC West champions. The Rams control their division destiny, with Week 18 against Seattle as their biggest challenge. Minnesota Vikings, 14-3, wild card number 1. Minnesota is a strong contender for the NFC North, but will likely finish as the top wild card team. Green Bay Packers, 12-5, wild card number 2. The Packers are projected to secure a solid playoff spot as the number 6 seed. Washington Commanders, 11-6, wild card number 3. Washington holds the final wild card position, but faces pressure from teams in the hunt. In the hunt, Seattle Seahawks, 8-6. It was a must-win situation in Week 18 against the Rams to keep their playoff hopes alive. Atlanta Falcons, 7-7. Switching to rookie QB Michael Penix Jr. brings uncertainty, but a glimmer of hope. Arizona Cardinals, 7-7. A favorable schedule keeps them in contention for a wild card. San Francisco 49ers, 6-8. A faint playoff pulse, but unlikely to secure a spot. Dallas Cowboys, 6-8. On the brink of elimination. New Orleans Saints, 5-9. Mathematically alive, but realistically out. Playoff predictions. Key storylines. AFC number 1 seed. Kansas City is in the driver's seat with a chance to secure home field advantage. Wild card race. Denver's Week 17 matchup against Cincinnati is critical, as it could determine the final playoff spot. NFC North Battle. Detroit and Minnesota could face a winner-takes-all clash in Week 18. Eagles soaring. Philadelphia's relatively easy schedule positions them as the favorite for the NFC's top seed. Clinching scenarios. Kansas City Chiefs clinch AFC number 1 seed with a win or Buffalo loss. Philadelphia Eagles clinch NFC East with a win or tie. Denver Broncos clinch playoff berth with a win and losses or ties by Miami, Cincinnati, and Indianapolis. Green Bay Packers clinch playoff berth with a win and losses by Atlanta, Washington, or Seattle. Washington Commanders secure playoff spot with a win and favorable results in other wildcard matchups. Eliminated teams. AFC, New York Jets, Las Vegas Raiders, Jacksonville Jaguars, Tennessee Titans, Cleveland Browns, New England Patriots. NFC, New York Giants, Chicago Bears, Carolina Panthers. As the playoff field narrows, the intensity ramps up. Every game carries significant implications as teams fight for postseason survival.